one of the drawers of doom, a rock. We gotta hustle now. Do everyone else's stairs look like this? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the vlog. If you're new here, I'm Lee from Mortgage Freely. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. And today I think we're going to be doing a bit of a mini declutter, reset, tidy for my mental health. Because if we're being honest, I have not been the best in the brain department lately. The last 2 weeks, I do not know what is going on, but I am not feeling good at all. So just in terms of a little bit of a backstory, I've always had some challenges with my mental health. I've definitely had some ups and downs over the last 38 years. However, it definitely has become more difficult since having children. And I honestly think that's because I can't use any of the coping mechanisms or take time out that I would have done before I had kids, because you just can't do that with kids. It's like being physically unwell. As a parent, you really can't be ill when you have kids. You can't have a sick day off being a parent. It just doesn't happen. It's just not a thing. And it kind of is the same when it comes to mental health. So pre-kids, obviously I could sort of take time for myself, have a quiet day, sort of have a sofa day, whatever I needed. You just really can't do that when you have kids. So losing those sort of coping mechanisms and strategies has definitely made it more challenging to sort of stay mentally well since having kids. After I had my first baby, I already had anxiety issues, but they definitely got worse. And I also think I had some undiagnosed postnatal depression, which I've mentioned before on my other platforms. And I've definitely come a long way since then. And having the second baby, I was so much better. I did a lot of plan and prep over that. I did a lot of things and put a lot of things in place to try and help support my mental health after having a second baby. And I'm happy to say that it worked. However, we're kind of in a bit of a crunch time now. It's certainly a bit of a danger point for me. So I returned to work in November. And when I went back to work, obviously sort of settling in, I went back to one job. I've had to change roles, which is a whole different story that I won't go into here. However, I think that's a really difficult time. So when you've gone back to work after having a child or a second child or a third child or however many children you've got, it's definitely a hard time because you're just adding a full-time job or a part-time job, which really is just a full-time job that you do in part-time hours. You're just adding that on top of the full-time job that is parenting and the full-time job that is being a person and running a house and trying to look after your own self and your health as well. So it's definitely a juggle and a struggle, frankly. One thing that I always used to do when I was struggling with my mental health was do something that was really mindful. I don't actually really particularly like cleaning, but I do find it a very mindful activity. So when I'm cleaning, I've got a task and I'm concentrating on that task. I'm not thinking about what's happening in an hour or 2 days or whatever. So when I'm doing a task like that, I find it very mindful, which is really beneficial for me to sort of be single tasking and thinking about one thing. Now, what is not helping the situation is I feel like my house is suffocating me at the moment. I feel like there's a lot of stuff everywhere. I'm a very organised and tidy person. My children are children, and with that, they are obviously chaos, and that's fine, and I love the chaos, but I don't love the chaos that they leave behind them. We're going to basically have a quick blast around and find things that are just sort of quick wins that we can do. We're not going to start getting every single item out of every single cupboard and deciding if we love it and giving it a hug and whatever. We're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be looking at quick wins today, because that is what I have time for. I don't have time to do a whole house declutter. I don't have time to make a video where we throw away 90% of our stuff. I've said this before. I don't have time for that as a parent. We're going to declutter some stuff. We're going to tidy some stuff up, and we're going to get this house feeling better as we head into the weekend, because it's Friday. There's nothing better than a clean house, a tidy house, or an organised house going into a Friday evening. Kids are in bed. You can sit down with your pizza, your takeaway, whatever it is that you're doing on a Friday to make it feel like the weekend. And it just feels so nice. Put the candles on. It just feels so good. And that is what I want. That is the high we are chasing today. Let's see what we can get done. We're not going to spend a lot of time doing this. So it's going to be maybe like 1 hour, an hour. What can we get done in an hour? Should we do that? Let's do that. In fact, let's do one of those timers that people do. I've seen those on YouTube. At Home with Liv. She does those. Let's do that. We're currently in the living room and I definitely need to put this away. This was out from this morning with my kids. It's the one thing that they like doing together is sitting down and drawing, so I've got to put that away. That's job number one. There's a few other bits and things like random bits of paper that need to be put away. So I'm going to sort those out, see what we can do in here. I feel like really under pressure. I feel like Annika Rice. I don't even know what the show was called, but that's how I feel like right now. Random items that I've collected so far from around the living room that really shouldn't be here. A rock, a car, like... Kitchen, there are a few little quick wins I can do in here. One is tidy up the table where I've got a bit of work stuff out. The other is empty the dishwasher, which I put on this morning because I opened it to put something in there and it was full. And I was like, why is this not on? So I put that on, that's run, so I can empty that out, which will be better because then later I won't have dishes building up on the side, which I hate.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
Does everybody else hate putting this kind of stuff away? Like the stuff that's not like the plates and cutlery and stuff, like that goes in a random cupboard that you can't really get into. I hate putting this stuff away. I'd rather just leave it on the side until somebody else does it, but there's only me here, so I guess that's me. Are you ready to see one of the drawers of doom in this house? It's awful. I hate it. I hate this drawer. I hate this drawer so bad. Oh, so I thought I might as well straighten it up because I absolutely hate coming in this drawer. It's so awful. Like, it just gets so messy. It doesn't matter what I do with it because somebody else is going to come in here after me. And it's not just them. It is also me. Like, I don't always keep it tidy, but it doesn't help that I'm not the only person who uses it. This is like a bowl soup container that I thought would be helpful for like storage, but it's actually not that helpful because it doesn't fit in our microwave, which is a weird microwave, so that's kind of our bad. But it doesn't fit in there, so I'm not going to use it because I can't put it in the microwave, so that is going. So that drawer looks so much better, and I also now get to reunite this storage container with all the bits that go inside it, which is just one of those things that, like, if you're trying to get ready for work and you're in a rush, as I frequently am because you haven't sorted out things the night before, you just don't need to be hunting around your house looking for like the spoon or the little sauce container that goes with this stuff. So these kind of little jobs are definitely the kind of thing that are going to help me with like the daily stresses of stuff that I can't find because my house is a mess. We're like already at 30 minutes. I thought I was going to get so much more done during this hour. Anyways, we got to hustle now. Do everyone else's stairs look like this? I hope so. I hope it's not just me. Please comment. Let me know. Do your stairs look like this on a regular basis? Is the rest of your family temporarily unable to see these things when they go up the stairs? Asking for a friend. I'm actually like a little bit out of breath. So far I have put the kids' table away, tidied up the couch, hoovered the living room, emptied the dishwasher, sorted out the like Tupperware cupboard, even though it's not Tupperware, it's glassware, tidied up the table that had all my work stuff on it, brought all the stuff that was on the stairs up the stairs. Now I want to tackle the hidden decluttering project that I really keep putting off. Okay, so here it is. Here's where I hide it. This is the door to our bedroom. There it is. Underneath all of that stuff that is full of things that I need to get rid of. Okay, this is definitely a let's get on the floor type of project. I just need to make some quick decisions about what I'm going to do with the things that are in this box, because some of them have been here for a long time. Some of them are things that I kept on to try and sell. Now, I've spoken about this before, where basically I don't really sell a lot of my like secondhand stuff because I prefer to just pass it on to the charity shop, because I just can't afford the time involved with trying to sell it. I've sold a few pieces. I tend to only keep onto the things that I think I've actually got some actual worthwhile value, but some of these things in here haven't sold. I've been trying to sell them like during the pandemic. Literally, I've had some of them for that long, like actual years. I need to make some decisions, and some of these things just need to get out of my house. So let's have a look what's in here. Okay, first up, I have 3 different weights of grow bag. Like, these are all my son's grow bags. I think I can sell these, and I think I'm either going to sell them or I'm going to give them away on our local Facebook group, because I'm not sure I would be able to donate them to the charity shop. I'm not sure if the charity shop would take them, with it being like secondhand sleep stuff and sleep safety. So I think I'm going to either sell or give these away. So that's fine. I know what I want to do with those. I just need to actually do it. Next up, I think you saw this previously when I decluttered my wardrobe. That was a palaver. But this coat, this is a brand new with tag Zara coat. So again, I need to sell that, but I've got to put it on Vinted. It's got to go on Vinted. It's got to go out of my house. Then I've got some random items that I kept because I wanted to do a giveaway on my Instagram with them. Oh, I have another grow bag, probably a different size. These dresses honestly just need to go to the charity shop. Again, this one's brand new with tags. It's like Oasis, but it just hasn't sold. It just hasn't sold on Vinted. It's brand new with tags. I think I've had it on Vinted for like maybe £10. And it's like cost 30 something pound like a million years ago, which means it probably cost you like 80 quid in the shop now with inflation. So I definitely need to get rid of this. And then this is an absolutely gorgeous coast dress that I had for my brother's wedding that I don't think I'll ever feel comfortable in again, because it was quite tight on the day and I had, you know, dieted for that day, the D word. And I stupidly had it like dry clean to sell. I think the dry cleaning is going to cost me more than I'll get for it. Just no one's buying it, so I just need to get rid of these things. Just stop holding on to them and having like a whole box of stuff that I can never get rid of. So I think what I'm going to do is put this stuff on Vinted today, and if it isn't gone in a week, it's going to the charity shop, no matter what. No matter what. These have got to go on Vinted today. So this is the pile of things that I've been collecting together to sort of do a giveaway with. So I've got some beauty samples. I've got a setting spray that's brand new. I've got like some motivational cards. I've got some motivational books. I've got this book. I think this is just going to go to the charity shop, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to bother doing a giveaway with this. That can go in the charity shop pile that is already building downstairs. I've got a new sealed number 7 foundation. I've got some, like a bookmark, a wellness journal. Right, I just need to get a bit of an Instagram giveaway on. I might put that on today. So if you're watching this tomorrow, on Saturday, there'll be a giveaway on my Instagram. I'm just going to say that now. I'm going to commit to it, so it's happening. I'm definitely running out of time now, so I'm going to try and start this washing, and that might end up being the last job I have time for. Okay, we've got less than 10 minutes left. When I was getting a duster to dust something, I don't know if you saw, but basically where I had that box in the upstairs bedroom, it was so dusty, that like embarrassingly dusty. So I had to hoover that out, and I had to get a duster for like the little fire engine that we've got there that we're keeping for like a later birthday, probably for my son. But I noticed that there were no toilet rolls in the toilet roll like holders. And is there anything worse than like going to the toilet and there not being any toilet roll there? I don't think so. Also, I am the only person in my house that changes the toilet roll. Like, it gets to the end, I'm the only person who actually changes it. So I guess that's my job to do right now, to make sure that we've got that. Anyways, I gotta stop talking, I gotta go. My time is up. I honestly didn't get as much done as I wanted to. I don't know how people get like absolutely loads done around their house. An hour's not really that long, but the point is it was an hour that I have done that I don't have to do another time now. And also, if my kids had been here, I just wouldn't have done it, or it would have taken like 2 or 3 hours to do it around them needing snacks or banging their head or whatever else it is, other drama that came up. I found a couple more things that I'm going to declutter out, so this book is definitely going. I also found this Peppa Pig dressing gown of my daughter's that is too small. That's going to go to charity shop. I've got like quite a large charity shop pile already growing in my hallway area that we don't really use, so I'm going to put these things in there. So what I will say is that whilst I didn't get everything that I wanted to get done, and whilst it might not seem like I did a lot, I definitely have made some progress. And I have been to like talking therapy before, like counselling, and the one thing that actually stuck with me and actually works is that when it comes to you feeling a bit low and you're feeling a bit rubbish, the motivation comes after the action. So when you're feeling a bit rubbish, you don't want to do anything sometimes. You just want to lie there. You just feel like paralyzed or overwhelmed or in freeze mode. You don't want to actually do anything. But the motivation to do things comes after you've done it, if that makes sense. So whilst I didn't want to start cleaning today, I definitely now feel super motivated to carry on and continue to do positive things that are going to make me feel better in the long run, because doing the action of cleaning or tidying or decluttering or whatever it is then gives you more motivation to do more. So I feel like it was definitely a worthwhile exercise. It's an hour of improvement. It's an hour of moving forwards and not just feeling sorry for myself. I'd love to know if you find that sort of cleaning, tidying, decluttering, all that sort of thing is actually good for your mental health, whether you enjoy doing it or not, if you find it actually helps quiet your mind a little bit like I do. And also, I feel like whenever I'm sort of cleaning, tidying, decluttering, taking stock of what's in the house, it helps me to just remember what we have and how much we don't need. I've definitely been guilty of bringing too many things into this house in the past, and seeing what we have as I sort of go around and tidy things up and consider what to get rid of definitely reminds me of the things that we don't need any more of in this house, so I won't buy them. So I feel like it's also helpful to basically like having a stock take in a supermarket, taking stock of what you've got so that you don't overbuy, you don't overorder. So I feel like it's definitely always a really helpful exercise in that sense. I hope that you've enjoyed hanging out with me today. I hope it's been a bit of sort of gentle, realistic encouragement. I just think that sometimes some of the videos that we see and some of the content that we consume is a little bit unrealistic about what we're going to get done in a day, especially if you're a parent. So I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me today, doing a little bit of a tidy up, doing a little bit of a reset, doing a bit of a declutter, just a little bit of motivation to get up. If you're feeling rubbish, get up and do something, because it will make you feel better. I would love if you would drop me a message in the comments to let me know if you found that your mental health suffers a little bit after having kids in the way that I mentioned, because you can't use your coping mechanisms, you can't use your coping strategies, and what you do to help yourself, what you find actually helps you to feel better, because I'm definitely open for taking some tips. So drop them in the comments, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more videos like this, and do press the subscribe button, which will bring you back for more videos like this. I'm Mortgage Free Lee. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. I do chaotic vlogs, I do realistic cleaning and tidying, we do money saving, we talk about 30 hours tax-free childcare, all that good stuff. So do press follow if that sounds like a bit of you, and I will see you on the next one.